Good afternoon. I got some really, really good sleep. Oh my goodness. Speaking of sleep, I did sleep protection. Okay. Yes, I did. Sleep protection and warding as well. I've done a lot and it works because some of these people, and I'm going to tell you something, some of these people, I believe that they really try to come on here and they're trying to do like spiritual work and spiritual curses through like these weird spiritual slash cyber uh attacks. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. The amount of miserable people in this world on this website, literally on this website. And they know that they are not strong enough to actually do something with magic, even though they have tried. They have stolen personal objects and done all kinds of outlandish and stupid stuff to the point where I believe that the way they are feeling, it's almost like they're begging me to take something off of them. So, what do they resort to do? What do they resort to doing because they don't have enough spiritual power to touch me nor anybody around me? Hey, Stevan, is they come online and they make disgusting and weird sexual uh, allegations. So there is a difference between somebody actually practicing authentic witchery and healing, and this includes healing as well, actual authentic stuff versus mental illness. And the way that we are recognizing, especially this older so-called hoodoo chick over in Alabama, what they are doing and what they have been doing is attempting to spiritually abuse people. And spirit has a real problem with that. Always talking about sex, always talking about somebody's vagina. They went through probably 3 to 4 years of trying to drop revenge porn to try to hurt people mentally, physically, and psychologically, and spiritually. So, the one thing y'all need to know about this Mike dude is that he dropped revenge porn. He thought that by putting up revenge porn tapes to these porn websites, that was going to somehow hurt me. All of that stuff. Like, all of them. Him, Talia, Spirit Tree, All of them. All of them that rock with Mike literally thought that putting up revenge porn was a good idea and that they were going to somehow hurt somebody. All of that negativity, all of it. Any negativity, because for me, I would never put my sexual stuff out there ever. Like OnlyFans, any of that. And you know, the reason why is because I feel like that opens up a doorway to a person. And I think that you do have to be spiritually protected. If you're going to do something like that, you have to be spiritually protected. You have to have your stuff put into place. Okay. For me, I don't do stuff like that. Okay. But they want to violate people. They do. They want to violate people, which is one of the reasons why, obviously, like, when was the last time y'all dealt with a man that was literally abusing you, talking about your children, being extremely abusive to you with a group of women? Now, I will say that some men will do that to you with their family. Some men will do that, okay? But if that aspect is happening, that's something that you probably, what the hell, all kind of stuff flew into my coffee. That's something that's something that you really, honestly, you really want to get away from that, and you do not want to sleep with a man like that. Like, I truly know how y'all feel, how some of y'all feel that are in relationships with disgusting toxic males. That and I've never been through that before to the extent that I went through it. I'd never been through that before. Okay, it was a little something, something here and there when it came to one of my, my baby daddy, Deja and Danielle's father. It was some extent, but it wasn't to this extent. It wasn't. It is ridiculous. Okay. So I did, because these, I'm gonna tell you something. Misery loves company. Misery wants you to be just as miserable as they are. Okay? They do. And so, yes, I do have that vagina protection and for me, and penile protection for him. Yes, I do. Okay? And as you can see, look at how disgusting and weird it is. When it gets to the point where, you can tell that you're not a spiritualist. You're not. You're not a spiritualist. And you know what? We're going to shift this whole conversation to talk about this older so-called witch in Alabama. I am going to stay focused on her a lot in my discussions. I'm going to stay focused on her. Now, y'all voted for me to do a reading on Mike, and I am going to do that because I do think that we need to look at that, because I don't look at that dude. I don't look at that dude. Sometimes he comes up in my readings when I do readings, when I'm looking at certain stuff, and so does she, which is pathetic. It really is fucking pathetic. However, from what Spirit has told me, they don't have no real power. So that's why they go away, and then they come back online with some crap. Now, for Spirit Tree, if Spirit Tree really had spiritual power, number one, she wouldn't be trying to convince people that she does. And number two, she would not have to come online doing what she's doing. And that just really, and you know what? I have gotten so sick of that lady. I have. I have gotten so sick of that lady. I am so tired of her being a fraud. I've gotten tired of it. Okay. And I wouldn't say she's in the spiritual community, at least from what I have noticed of her or what I have saw of her. She likes to try to scare people and she likes to try to spiritually abuse people. I'm not the type of person where my head or my noggin can be messed with. I'm not. But as you guys can see, there are a lot of people who do let people mess with their head. However, it is a pathetic way of trying to harm somebody, which is lying on somebody. I still do the protection, did the protection, you know, but here's the whole thing about it. I think that what is getting obvious is that it really is going to come a time when criminal charges need to be filed. Okay, so I do have evidence. I have downloaded evidence. I have screenshotted evidence that Venita Davis, which is that chick over in Alabama, is factually, contributing to or participating in gang stalking. You are not a witch. I mean, I know that witches can be involved with stuff like that, but how's about the fact that you shouldn't be doing those things to me? How's about that fact? The only reason why anybody spiritually would be rocking with a group of gang stalkers is because they're hiding behind a collective consciousness, right? Hiding behind a collective consciousness would have to be almost like a energetic. Basically, this is a better way of describing what I'm saying. It's like an energetic vortex, right? It's like an energetic vortex. However, if you truly had spiritual power and you could manipulate energy and you can manipulate spirits, why do you have to come on the internet and spread rumors and lies about people? Why? Why do you have to do that if you have so much power? Huh? If you had power, you wouldn't have to do that. If you had any drop of power, you wouldn't have to do that. Honestly, I'm going to tell y'all something about Spiritually Naima. She's retarded. Spiritually Venita Davis is retarded. Something wrong with that lady. Something wrong with her mentally. She is like literally mentally incapacitated. Witches are some of the most wisest, intelligent people. And then she got the nerve to be calling herself the wisdom witch. And she wants me to talk about her because she don't have nobody really following her but broke ass fucking trolls. She don't have nobody following her but broke trolls. She don't have no real audience. She don't have nothing going on. For some reason, all of a sudden, all these years, She's been following me around. You wanted me to mention your name? I'm going to mention your name. But you know what, lady? Let me tell you something. I'm going to make you famous for having any, you don't have any power. You cannot ever be fucking trusted. And anybody that listens to her, you have been fucking warned. That's all she does is go over on her channel and spout negativity. Get ready for the fall of America and welcome to the void and stuff like that. Like, you, I swear to fucking God. And literally, there is no fucking connection between me and her. There is literally no fucking connection. I am not going to keep having this shit. So I wanted to let everybody know that if you ever feel that you have, if you contacted her accidentally, or if you feel that she has done anything to you which mainly involves spiritual abuse, you can contact me anonymously. Okay? If you have went to any of these fried ass people on here, you can contact me. She is a fake. Okay, now the thing of it is that when it comes to fake, when it comes to us calling people fake or fraudulent, you have to be careful with that because um, they do have what is called trigger energy on them, right? Which is weak and pales in comparison. When it comes to them, since I see this lady is still running around here with this bullshit, if you just have to pay me to do it, I can't do it for free. Okay, these materials and stuff that I use, it's not free. It takes time out of my schedule. I have bills to pay as well, but I wanted to come back and let y'all know that we have everything that y'all need, everything that is needed to deal with that or to deal with people like that. I am so sick of these weird, goofy ass people like her. Like her. She will be destroyed. My spirits is focusing on her. They are. She is led to the encouragement of doing all of this. She's probably trying to go off of the principles of probably voodoo. Because I've heard people that know a lot about Haitian voodoo. I've heard a lot of people state that, oh, you can send spirits if you call somebody. Well, yeah, spirits can travel wherever they want, right? They can. However, when you are calling to any spirit of any kind, any energy, you have to answer for that. You have to answer for that. You have to account for that. So, and that's why I was telling y'all, listen, same thing goes for Spiritry. Don't give her your address. Don't tell that lady where you live. Do not trust her with any of your personal information. Because what she will do is they'll get your personal information and they will become a threat to you. If you do not do exactly what they want you to do. This is how this started with Alexis. This is how this started with Spiritry. They want a whole motherfuckers hostage. If you have given those people any of your personal fucking information, they will utilize it to harass you. And it is time. I would love to see Vanita Davis in prison, and ain't nobody joking with her. Ain't nobody playing with her. My spirits are calling for justice. When I woke up today, they was like, that lady needs to go to jail. And when I say my spirits, I'm not talking about a group of people. I'm not talking about my family. I'm not talking about anybody that I know. I'm talking about my spirits who came to me through God. They ready to lock her up. Okay, she does, either in an insane asylum or in a because like I stated, I'm not interested in speaking to any of those people, and they all have that same problem. Now keep in mind, I'm gonna tell you something. The last time, look, do y'all want to know the last time I spoke to Spirit Tree? Do y'all want to know how long ago it was that me and Spirit Tree spoke? When I had no idea that she was like that. Y'all are not gonna believe this. This was back in 2013, y'all. 2013 and 2014. Me and my family was still living in Kansas. Me and my children was still living in Kansas. She's insane. She is mentally ill and retarded. Can you believe that Spiritry, Vanita Davis, has been stalking us for upwards to 12 years now? I'm sick of it. And today I got a couple of things that I need to do. So I don't really have the time to even speak about this too long, but I'm just letting y'all know. If you ever feel like you were spiritually abused by her or any of these people on here, you can contact me, because what they'll do is they'll scare people. And I think that is sad, because, that is so sad. So, what the hell? Some of y'all have things going on that witchcraft can help you with a lot, okay? And you deserve it. Otherwise, you'll never have a life. Okay. Otherwise, you'll never have a life. You like literally, like these people will literally try to take up your whole life. Now, I'm thinking that I don't know if it's because but because I mean, they are kind of like psychic vampires, and usually the entities behind psychic vampirism are incubuses and succubuses. Okay, those are typically the spirits that are behind that. Okay, maybe she got triggered because we eradicated them and they don't have access to us, which is stupid any damn way. If you're working with an incubus or a succubus, right? If you're doing that, if you're possessed by incubuses and succubuses, they're taking 99% of whatever it is that they're trying to take from people, and you're literally getting a fucking Scooby snack. You're getting a cracker to what they're getting. Unless you have a relationship with Lilith. And I do think that having a relationship with Lilith is necessary for some of us. I think it's necessary for some of us, especially when the one thing about Lilith that I noticed about her is that she's really strong in her and Hecate in transmutation of energy and transmuting things. And I think that that's what's really important. But then again, also when it comes to Lilith teaches you how to take back your power from people that are trying to take it. And that's not all men. That's not all men. I have never sat up here with my significant other, and I will talk about him whenever I choose to. Because he is always basking in the ambience of my love and my protection. and he got it all. But I have never sat up here and felt like he has tried to take any damn thing from me. In fact, when I was dealing with Mike, I lost my titties, I lost my ass, my pussy was dry as a damn bone. Y'all, do y'all hear me now? My vagina was so goddamn dry, and I told y'all all the problems that I had. My uterus retroverted on me and everything. Since I've been with my significant other, he fills me up. My boobs done got all big and stuff, and everything is right. So that's not every man. Every man is not doing that. Now, some of them do have attachments to where they will come in every once in a while and you can tell. But if that man does not have an intention on hurting you, it won't. Like, I'm a practitioner, so if any attachments as far as, any negative attachments, just me being around my dude is going to scare that shit off. Okay. So, because I don't want nothing trying to hurt him or take anything away from him. I kind of wish that you had to have a professional license to practice witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? I cannot stand it when people use magic or religion irresponsibly. Then my significant other, he is a devout Christian. He's definitely a Christian. So he's got his own power within himself, and he's a real Christian. He's not some fraud Christian running around here talking about the most disgusting, vile things that nobody wants to hear that. No, and some of these people be trying to act like Mike. He tries to act like he got a church. Wow, and so you have a church, and in your congregation, you're on a regular basis. You're talking about the eating of feces. You're talking about all this nasty, disgusting crap. And all respect is lost. In fact, I'm going to make sure that if Spirit Tree does have real followers, that they know what she is up to. It is high time, because all she is doing is leading everybody to this sick chaos. She's a sick person. Many of you that are empaths, thinking back 12 years ago as an empath, right? The worst thing in the world was to ever run into somebody like her. And you know what? I'm not going to sit up here and say, well, they taught me a lot. I learned a lot. They teach me. My spirits taught me, but I learned a lot, right? But why do they keep doing it? I already know everything that I need to know. So the reason why they keep coming at me is because they want to do egregious harm to me and my loved ones. So they weren't there, everything that I learned, I would have learned with or without them doing what they're doing, is what I'm saying. In other words, they are a distraction. They are a block of your learning. And we don't need that right now. We really don't. We don't never need that. Nobody ever needs that. So if y'all have ever been harmed by her, you are more than welcome to contact me. Okay? I want to let people know that. First thing that you got to do though, let me see what this is. She thinks she's anonymous but wrong. I got a trick for that lady. Yeah. It's good that y'all coming out the woodworks because I can imagine that everybody is tired of her. Everybody is tired of her. You mean to tell me, and then she claims she's a healer, right? Okay, so Hanta virus, right? In the Hebrew word for Hanta is scam. Okay, just FYI. I don't know why. There's a lot of people that are saying that it's all a hoax, just like they felt like C-19. I'm not saying either way, okay? Let's say that it's 100% real and we are at risk of a pandemic. Why in the hell would a healer, somebody that is supposed to have merit, somebody that is supposed to be, she tries to make it seem like she's this trailblazer. And why are you doing fuck shit thinking about Jamila? Huh? Why would Jamila and Mike's problems take priority over that? You see what I'm saying? So she's not worth her salt at all. She's not worth a damn. And I'll tell her to her goddamn face. I'm so sick of that lady, I don't know what to do. It's simply because she don't want no good in this world. She don't want good things for people. She's very selfish. She's very selfish. She tried to infiltrate my family. Um, do I think that, and I haven't even confirmed it necessarily, but do I think that she does have a contact in my family? I do. And if that person is watching, I'm not going to say who because I'm not going to put my family out there because when it boils down to it, I'm not going to leave anybody in my family hanging, right? If you've made the mistake of opening up your own bloodline people to somebody like that, like, you need to come clean about it and you need to talk about it. And it has nothing to do with whether or not she has spiritual power, because if that lady ever had the power to do anything to hurt me or anybody else, she has already been binded like hell. I'm telling y'all straight up and down, that lady is binded and it's nothing she can do about it. All these dolls and stuff she be making, all that stuff will be deemed and disempowered and powerless. Because somebody like her would not be practicing responsibly. So she may have had some kind of power years ago. That's gone. That's gone. Because that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Something that you could have used to do good in this world, you would decide to do bad things with it. And and you want to run around here and act like you a bully. And I noticed that it was last month, Spirit led me to go look at her wall, and she was like, and I don't know what she was talking about exactly, but she was like something about we don't need harmony and all of that stuff. And I don't know if she was talking about going to war with certain people. But lady, that's exactly what people want. People want harmony. People want peace. People want to live a good life. What the hell are you talking about? So Spirit do not like her. Keeping war going all the time. She done. She done. We're going to shift the focus to her completely. Okay? She needs to be done and she needs to sit down somewhere is what she needs to do immediately. Immediately. And she'll try to run around here and scare you, talking about, well, I'm older than you and I'm this and that. Girl, bye. She encourages prostitution. She encourages failure. She encourages poverty, which means that she's harmful. And yes, she will go to the Bible also, which we ain't worrying about that. But she will go to the Bible and literally try to conjure poverty and drought and all of that into the world. And this is the reason why she was binded years ago. She want to prove her power by following Mike around, harassing and stalking me on this one situation. Well, first of all, so what are you trying to prove? You trying to prove that you can take somebody's man, that you can break them up with a man, or you can do this and do that by using Mike? Mike is already in deep, deep, deep trouble. You cannot sit up there, sleep with a woman, do the things that you do. Ain't nothing gonna protect you from that. Nothing. Nothing's gonna protect him from that. She can't do nothing for him. And I'm gonna tell you something. If you and anybody, if you're a witch, because when okay, here's the thing about it. When it comes to religion, I feel like it's just another form of magic. I do. I really honestly do. You know what I mean? So no matter what you are, no matter what you do, she wants to harm you no matter who you are. But especially if you are a witch that's meant to heal yourself, she's going to try to slow down your healing. She's going to try to harm you. And she's not an authentic healer because she claimed that she healed somebody and got sick. Listen, healers don't heal people and get sick permanently. That's not the way that works. We don't heal people and get sick off of healing people. Otherwise, how could we call ourselves healers? Can't do that. Okay? That's not authentic. She's scared. She's afraid. She ain't nothing. In other words, she's nothing. How you gonna? Oh, I'm a healer, but I healed somebody of their afflictions, but then I got sick. So that means you can't leave the house, huh? That mean that you can't go nowhere. You can't talk to nobody. That mean that, oh my God, you just running around here just just sick as a dog. I gotta go, y'all. Just know, Spirit Tree, that I will be making sure that I speak about you and warn people about you. But you're not messing with me because I don't have to come on here with a group of people, nor a Mike Mills trying to hurt somebody emotionally, which it doesn't. I give zero fucks about Mike, right? I don't have to do that though, Spirit Tree. And you know that. I don't have to come to YouTube in front to do what I got to do to you, Spirit Tree. I don't have to come to YouTube to say shit. Understand that shit. She better realize who she fucking with. Because you know what? You don't have to have any fucking spiritual power to lie on a person and flag their channel. Now, I noticed that Aries blue chick over there was doing what she was doing, and I'm not gonna these are the silliest, most embarrassing. God, these are some of the most embarrassing people that I have ever seen in my goddamn life, y'all. They're an embarrassment. I don't give a shit what they talking about. Also, another thing, when you're practicing your spirituality, that doesn't mean that you have to give up your life and go on some damn dumbass half-cocked mission against people. So this is the reason why I'm not going to be spending my free time on here doing craziness, y'all. I got a bunch of stuff to do today. So I have to go, because I don't sit and think about them. You know what I'm saying? People like that are obsessive, that are stalking you. The best course of action is to do the work that needs to be done. Contact the powers that be that you need to contact, and contact law enforcement on them as well. But make sure that you cover yourself spiritually and live life, because they're not living life. I can imagine that Spiritually sits there all day long just thinking about me, thinking about my kids, thinking about this, thinking about that. That's her own fault. You did that to yourself. You see what I'm saying? If she's doing stuff like that, that's her fault. Take responsibility for your actions. You're a grown ass woman. That's why I said she retarded. And I said to her goddamn face, like she be really running around here trying to act like people supposed to be intimidated by her. I'm like, lady, go sit your ass down. And you want to respect people that are older than you, but let's keep it real, dude. She ain't nobody to me. You think I would have ever talked to my grandmother like that? My grandmother was sweet as my grandma was a sweet lady, sweet as apple pie. That lady was so wonderful. Never would I have ever had to speak to anybody that you know what I'm saying, like this. But her is like, well, I ain't even got no relation to you. Who are you, bye? They be trying to act like they your auntie or something. I don't accept any relationship with her. I'm disgusted by them. First of all, I don't listen. You on here talking about poop and doo-doo, you canceled. You canceled. That's disgusting. And I believe that what Mike is doing, I believe that if the police were to look at it, I believe that they could bring about criminal charges against him for making accusations like that. I believe that it's comparable to spitting in somebody's face. Y'all do know that if somebody were to spit in your face, they can go to jail for spitting in your face. I hope y'all know that. Okay? So it's no different. It's no different. We need to bring him up. He needs to be brought up on with charges for saying that over and over again. Just like they all need to be brought up on charges for lying and claiming that I had molested Tiffany. They need to be brought up on charges for that. They've been doing it for far too long. Okay. In the meantime, Spirit gonna handle them. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, y'all, I gotta go. Anyway, y'all have a wonderful Thursday. To all of my supporters, I love you guys. And do not be afraid to contact me about Spiritually and just deal with her ass. If she has done anything to you, or you feel like she's done anything to you or gotten in your head or something, or, you kind of, you're not feeling right within yourself, that is the result in the mind. Somehow it's almost like a hypnosis, and I know how to break harmful hypnosis, and that's why they say it over and over again. That's why I tell people do not watch them, because it is like a form of hypnosis, and I know how to break that. Because nobody needs to sit and listen to somebody every single day speak that way. As you can see, it does not bring or bear any good fruit into your life. Okay, so I am here. Okay, and we do everything that we do. If one thing don't work, the other thing gonna work. But I got plenty of everything over here. I keep everything over here. Sulfur, devil's claw, devil's shoestring, all that stuff, all that stuff, along with pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds of crystals and herbs. So we good over here. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful Thursday. Bye. Love you guys.